Hi, this is Master Kevin Foong. In the year 2020, it's going to be the year of the Manta Rat. Do allow me to run through the 12 animal zodiac sign for you guys. So if you're born in the year of the rabbit, now this year the rabbit is blessed with two very good stars. So first and foremost, you do have this number one stars. It's called the Red Phoenix stars. So for singers out there, this is very, very good news because this year, in fact, is the year that you realize that there's a lot of chance for you to find that potential loved ones that could possibly be your spouse in the future. Now, if you've been single all this while, take this time to go out and socialize. And of course, where for the marriage couple, it doesn't always mean that there's going to be a third party in place, but it actually means that this year it's going to take your love and romance to the next level. So if all the while you have not been traveling together, do take some time off this year, re-explore the love explorations of how you guys got started in the first place, and this feeling is going to take you a long, long way, right? And if you do understand that a good relationship is always going to affect the way it is going to do with your success in life or whether it's in your career. Since if you feel supported all this while, right, so this year will be one of the year that bring your relationship forward, and then you will see the success in your career. Now the second stars I'll be talking about is this stars we call the tie-in. Now tie-in is actually the moon stars. So the moon stars in traditional time is always talking about nobleman support. So if you're not sure about the term nobleman, it actually means helpful people coming into your life, but tie-in is different from the sun, right? So because the moon and the sun is going to be a pair, now the moon talks about female noblemen, right? So what this means is if you're going to need for any of the help, this year approach your female co-workers or even your female colleagues or even your female bosses. These are some of the potential people you want to be working to. You're going to tap to them for help. But of course, this year, there is going to be 5 stars you have to take care of in terms of the inauspicious stars. So first and foremost, you do have these stars that we're talking about is the dark sky stars. What this actually means is it's going to be leading a bit of the occult signs and spirits. So what this means is this year, if you happen to be walking out late at night, try not to be picking things up on the floor and don't react to people that's calling you, where it's almost like 1 a.m. in the morning, stuff like that. Because what this actually means that the connection with the third dimension world is going to be a little bit tad stronger this year, but fret not, if your energy is at all-time high and you are feeling okay, you usually don't get these stars that come and bother you. Now the second inauspicious stars that I'll be talking about is this stars that is actually the Great Assembly stars. Now you should not actually take any unnecessary risks with regards to your own health. So this year, if you're falling sick and you think that it's nothing serious, my take is do visit the doctor anyway because you don't want anything serious to be catching up with you in case you're not discovering them early, right? So the third stars we're talking about is this stars that is called Hope Spirit stars. Now the Hope Spirits in the past is talking about one thing, communication. Okay, so this year the words that's going to come out of your mouth is going to sound a bit harsh, it's going to be a bit pushful, it's going to be a bit blunt. So what this means is it actually strains relationship with your personal relationship as well as relationship in your work environment. So it just takes a little bit of effort and attention to make sure that every word that's come out of your mouth, give it some thoughts first. If it's just think that it's going to hurt someone or it's a bit straightforward or blunt, maybe just keep it to yourself is a better choice. Okay, so the last 2 stars I'm going to talk about is number 1, that is this piercing rope stars. Now piercing rope stars is one of the stars that cause you to be overly aggressive and you are forceful in your pursuit of wealth. So what this means is you may take a shortcut in accumulating wealth. So some people may try to gamble, some people will take uncalculated investment and some of the huge risks that you should not be taking in the first place. This year, take a step back, hold before you shoot your bullets, right? So of course, the last stars that we'll talk about is this triple punishment stars. It actually just means clashes with your family members. And also at the same time, the goat blade is actually a stars in Chinese term we call yang ren. It will cause you to be very irritable, you are very easily angered, and what this means is all about relationship with your family members is going to get hurt. So my take is before anything gets out of hand, just control yourself. Maybe sometimes if you think that certain words is too hard for you to take it, just take a step and work it out. Right? Now, on the final note, I just thought I would just give you a little bit more advice when it comes to handling not just your zodiac sign for this year. Now, of course, every year, as far as the zodiac forecast that we are doing it, they are not going to affect you 100% in that fact, because in fact, the zodiac sign is only going to account for a small percentage of it. Now, what this actually means is if your zodiac sign has prosperous stars, these are some of the years that you probably want to take more effort to move forward. You need to take action. It doesn't mean prosperous stars means you're just going to sit down on it and just going to strike a fortune. People just going to hand down money to you. On the contrary, in this kind of year where you have a lot of fortune stars that's coming your way, these are the year to go for expansion. Take out that job overseas or implement that dreams that you have not been implementing for a long time. But of course, on a side note, for some of you, if you have been saying, oh, there's so many inauspicious stars this year and think that this year is going to be all sucky, fret not. Let me just go a bit more in depth now. In fact, if you're going to talk about astrology, since you already subscribe to astrology in the first place, you do know that this is only breaks down to 12 animal sign. Now, to go a bit in depth, what you want to really find out is your date of birth and time, because technically it doesn't mean that, example, if we say that horse is not doing good this year because of clashes, and all the horse will be collapsing. People who's born in the year of the horse will all die a horrible death. No, we don't mean that. What it actually also means is, for some of you out there, if you actually know your 八字in that sense, because your 八字 actually give you 100% perspective to know what you really want to implement this year. So I actually implore some of you to take more time to understand some of your 八字and make good decisions from there. Of course, I do have my good teams of instructors, and even myself, we are all ready to assist. For some of you, you want to open up your parts and know what is in line for 2020, feel free to let us know, and we will always be here to help you. Do allow me to take this opportunity to wish you guys a happy and prosperous 2020 in the year of the Metal Rat. Cheers!